Question number 108. According to the Ohm's law, the current flowing through a conductor is directly proportional to the applied voltage only at. I will say the question once again. According to the Ohm's law, the current flowing through a conductor is directly proportional to the applied voltage only at. They are given four options: at constant temperature, constant pressure, constant temperature, unilateral circuit, and the constant humidity. Okay. Ohm, he was a scientist. He made a one statement called Ohm's law. According to the Ohm's law, a current flowing through a conductor is directly proportional to the applied voltage only at constant temperature. Only at constant temperature, both current and the voltage V are directly proportional to each other. Okay. For that, consider a conductor. In conductor, we have two energy bands, that is valence band and the conduction band. In valence band, we have valence electrons. Similarly, in conduction band we have free electrons. And in conductors, both conduction band and the valence band are overlapped to each other. At 0 to 10 degree temperature, we are getting free electrons in the conductors. But in semiconductors and as well as in insulators, at 0 to 10 degree Kelvin, we don't get any free electrons. The electrons which are present only in the valence orbit. In semiconductors, if suppose the electrons which are present in the valence band acquire or absorbs the one electron volt, then only the electrons which are present in the valence band are jumps to the conduction band and becomes free. Okay. Similarly, insulator also, the electrons are present only in the valence orbit. When it absorbs 7 electron volt of energy, then only the electrons which are present in the valence band are jumps to the conduction band and becomes a free electrons. Okay. Now, what is meant by free electrons and what is meant by valence electrons? For that, consider an atom. In atom, we have two parts, that is a nucleus and the orbits. The center of an atom, that is, this is the nucleus. This is a nucleus, and around the nucleus we have certain orbits. This is the first orbit, second orbit, third orbit, and it goes on. Okay. The outermost orbit of an atom is called as the valence orbit. The electrons which are present in the valence orbit are called as the valence electrons. The electrons which are present in the valence orbit are called as the valence electrons. Okay. And these valence electrons are loosely bound by the nucleus. Loosely bound by the nucleus. Okay. When this atom absorbs heat energy or the light energy, then only these valence electrons breaks the force of attraction by the nucleus and becomes a free electrons. And these free electrons moves in a random direction. Are moving in a random direction. One electron moves in this way and another electron moves in this way. Okay, they are moving in a random direction. Now consider, across the conductor apply a voltage source. Then when you apply voltage source across the conductor, then these free electrons moves in a definite direction, that is from left to right or from right to left, depending on the polarity of the voltage we applied. Okay. Now consider one reference line. When you give a certain voltage to the conductors, then a number of electrons passes through this reference line. Okay. The number of electrons passes through this reference line for a unit period of time. Is called as the current. Okay. Consider we have nearly around 500 electrons. When we apply a voltage source for this conductor, then sum of that means 50 electrons passes this reference line. Then that means we obtain a certain current. We can call it as a I1. Okay. When we apply a voltage source V1, we are getting the current I1. Okay. Now you increase the voltage by V2. When we are increasing the voltage, that is V2, when we are giving the voltage V2 to a conductor, then a more number of electrons passes through this reference line per unit period of time. Then we are getting increased current, that is denoted by I2. So that when you increase the voltage, the current is also increasing. Okay, then that means voltage and current are directly proportional to each other. Now consider, you have to keep a temperature, now you have to keep the voltage constant, then you have to increase the temperature of a conductor. Now you have to increase the temperature of a conductor. When you increase the temperature of a conductor, then the electrons which are present in the valence orbit absorbs this heat energy or the light energy and breaks the force of attraction and becomes free. So that in conductors we have more number of electrons. Due to the increase in the temperature of a conductor, we obtain the more number of free electrons. Before we had nearly 500 electrons, now the electrons becomes 5000 electrons. Okay, we are giving a constant supply voltage. Okay, when you are giving the constant voltage, although you are giving a constant voltage, then more number of electrons are passing through this reference line. That means you keep the voltage constant. Although you are keeping the voltage constant, you are obtaining the increasing current. So this violates the Ohm's law. So at constant temperature only, the current flowing through a conductor and applied voltage are directly proportional to each other. So the second option is the right option for this question.